Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, it's humid as all heck.
Yeah. Drink water?
I don't show it all the time, but all the time I drink water.
Yeah, that actually has, it's like body armor stuff in there. So, it's like the same ingredients as Liquid IV.
Yeah.
Too. So he's getting his electrolytes as well.
Yeah, and then I drink straight water. And then we have Gatorade. Pretty much no sodas, no energy drinks, nothing like that. I haven't done that in
It's crazy.
a long time. Every now and again with dinner we'll drink a Zevia, and that's rare.
Yeah.
And that's the sodas that don't have the sugars and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys saw, getting this done, I guess you can't see it. The roof done, fell off. My neck is killing me today, but it's not because of falling off. It's just sleeping weird. A lot of people are worried that I don't drink water, and I said in there that I was...
Your stomach was hurting?
Yeah, I felt like I was going to throw up. It had nothing to do with water. It was some... We think it was a protein bar.
Yeah.
You've bought in 3 different types so far.
Just trying to, have... Because a lot of times you don't eat breakfast. Sometimes I'll, pre-make biscuits and stuff. So, but even that you don't want because you drink too much coffee in the morning.
I'll drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee in the morning, which I put honey and milk. I'm not doing much of creamer, so I'm not getting crazy sugars that I don't need.
Yeah, but whenever you're coming out to work, I'm like, well, you need some protein at least. So I'm trying to find a protein bar that he might like, and a lot of them upset my stomach too.
Yeah.
So
because at first I didn't really know what was up. I was like, man, I'm just not feeling good. I don't know if it's something I ate or whatever. And then I was like, maybe it's a protein bar, but I don't know. And then as soon as I told Danielle my stomach wasn't feeling good, she's like, it's probably the protein bar, because that's all I had to eat that day. And normally I won't eat until way late in the day. So it's not the fact that I didn't have food in my system or anything like that. I actually do a lot better without eating breakfast. I just drink my coffee, and then I drink water and all that, and then I work, and then I'll eat at lunch or a late lunch to dinner, and
I'll send them
I feel great.
Either a sandwich or leftovers.
Yeah, and so having that protein bar definitely messed me up, but it is not lack of water or anything. I have done very well ever since we knew this baby was on its way. We have changed drastically with our health diet, I guess.
Well, there was that one time you were pretty dehydrated.
Yeah, but that was also up and down the scaffolding a lot, on the cement slab, in crazy heat. That definitely got me. And I was drinking a bunch of water then, too. It
was a liquid death.
Yeah, that's what it was. I forgot about that. That's canned water, but it was flavored, and it was messing me up. At least
I probably needed the electrolytes.
Yeah, at least I think that's what messed me up. But I knocked that out, and I haven't felt like that since.
Yeah.
And I've worked just as hard, if not harder, since.
Oh,
but
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, so getting this stuff done. We had a baby appointment yesterday. Everything is smooth.
Yeah, everything looks good. The baby, we didn't have good pictures to send to if grandparents are watching. The pictures just haven't been coming out good lately. I don't know.
Not enough room in there, I guess.
Yeah, we're getting a little cramped. But we did see them cheeks.
Yeah. There's nothing to that baby's head other than cheeks.
Yeah.
It's huge. This baby's gonna have the biggest cheeks there ever was.
You did film, so maybe that'll be... Are you gonna put that in the Crocker video?
I don't know. I might, depending
Either
on...
or Crocker Life.
Yeah, maybe throw it in the Crocker video. It'll just be a smidgen of it, but...
And then, whenever, I left my shirt so she can start scanning, and baby's booty was just it's so weird. It was
looked like a cone head.
Yeah, just out.
Yeah.
It's so funny, some positions, it's just, boom, there's a booty.
It just reminds me of the goats having babies. Sometimes they'd be good, and then sometimes you see this massive lump on the side where you could tell there was a goat
This would just be like a...
Yeah, just a big old dome.
Yeah.
It's probably just one of the cheeks up against it. But baby's doing great.
Yeah, and then the next appointment, too, she said that we'll be talking, like, induction or whatever, stuff like that. Like, if we want to induce. And so it's just so weird we're at that point.
Yeah, and which means we're at the point where this house has got to be moving, which we already knew. Hey, you always want goals. I set my goals very, very high. I'll always tell Danielle, certain things like, I think we could do it in this amount of time or whatever. And of course, that's just highest expectation. If all goes according to plan, which it never does.
Yeah.
But with this, I do feel like if everything falls in line, I'm not necessarily saying it'll be 100% done, but we'll be pretty far along. And I think the progress itself should speak for that. But,
I don't know if you guys can see.
Probably not.
The baby's moving.
I don't know if they'll be able to see that much, but it's definitely moving. But
it's funny, sorry to interrupt, but whenever, just talking about baby moving, whenever, like, Jason comes home and I'm at the house, then he just comes in, like, Jason be talking. He sits and talks about his whole day and everything, and then that's when the baby starts moving the most. It's crazy. I mean, just flips and turns in there.
That's because your stomach turns whenever you're like, oh, he's home. And then it just starts messing with the baby. But it's something that Danielle and I do best, is work under pressure, and with a tight deadline is when we get most done. And even, falling off the ladder or trying to do something, like yesterday, we had the baby appointment, and then I came back out here and I was working on stuff. It did not go smooth at all, but I kept trying until I was like, all right, this is not going to happen today. I need to get another tool. I need, this to finish it. And so it is just a good, like, motivational tool, knowing that this baby is going to be popping out ASAP. And it really just, like, keeps things moving, keeps things going. And then it's scary because it's like, holy cow, 2 weeks already went by, because we're doing another baby appointment, and then now it's going to be every week, I'm pretty sure. After this next one, it'll be every week, right? We go back in 2 weeks, and then I think it's every week. So it's like a it's a good reminder of, like, we got to keep moving because this baby is not going to wait. And then I know people are also like, Jason, you need to slow down. Don't hurt yourself. Don't overwork yourself. I'm going to keep working until I know I can't do it. I'm not going to put myself in a bad situation. The ladder thing falling wasn't because I was trying to overwork myself. It wasn't because I was dehydrated or heat stroke or anything like that. It was just more of, I've done this forever. I put the ladder up. I know it's hanging on a 2x4. I know that it could mess up, and I just took the risk for so long, and it finally happened to where I fell.
Yeah, you got away with just throwing a ladder up for so long.
Yeah, and now it's like, okay, cool. I was on the outside. I fell straight into dirt, not on the house. I got lucky with that part. Another thing, too, which I wasn't about to explain it all on video. I don't know if this happens to everybody, but when stuff happens like that for me, and even when I wreck dirt bike, four-wheeler, whatever, everything goes in slow motion, like crazy slow motion. So I was able to, like, position myself when I fell that I knew I was just hitting the dirt and not falling on the ladder, which, I don't know. I was able to, like, fully, like, I don't know. It was weird.
Reflexes.
Yeah, but I did get scraped up, but it really wasn't that bad at the end of the day. I know I got lucky with it. It could have been bad, but that's not why I fell off the ladder. It was just more of this ignorance on my part of putting it on there, and I just
careless.
My luck ran out, is what happened. And clearly now I'll try to not push that luck for a while. Eventually I'm sure I will, but for a while I'm not going to try to push that luck. I want to make sure that we're good. Let this baby come out, and then
it's like anything. Whenever you're doing things and you're kind of, I don't know, like not being the safest, you just kind of keep going with it, and then something that's when safety events happen.
Yeah.
And then it's like a quick little reminder, and then you'll start slacking again on.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those.
It's like a diet. I'm gonna eat better. And eventually you start slacking. And I think that's why they say most accidents happen within like 2 miles of your house. And one is because clearly, when you think about it, you're 2 miles from your house more often than you're 30, 40, 50 miles. You could be running to the store. So odds are you're going to get in a wreck when you're 2 miles. But also, I think your brain starts to relax. And you're being careless because you're almost home, whatever. And you start to like not think about it. Yeah. And that's basically what happens when you work. And you've had good luck for a while. You quit thinking about it. But even with the problems yesterday, I do think we can get a lot accomplished this week. Definitely, you should never put out your goals to everybody, because if it doesn't happen, people talk trash. But I do think by the end of this week, if all goes smoothly, I think the whole thing can be covered in zip system and be dried in. If we get rain, we should be fine. We both saw something that this year has been the second highest in history of how much rain this area has gotten. I think it was 39 inches or 36 inches of rain. Yeah,
like in recorded history.
Yeah.
The second highest year. So it's definitely like rain every other day.
Yeah.
If not every single day for a while.
It's been crazy. And we're not even through the year yet. And we're second highest in history of recorded.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate we picked this year to start building our house and doing all this stuff. But I'm very glad we did. It just happened that weather has not been on our side. That was what played into a big factor of doing this house, is we can get to a point where we can get dried in and everything and finish the inside and all that faster on this than we could the big house. I think people are starting to come back to the channel that haven't watched for a while, because we've been getting so many comments of, hey, I don't know what's going on. What is this build? Fill me in. I'm not going to fill you in.
Or it's, I thought I've already seen you dry in.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and fill people in comments when we already have videos. You have to go back and rewatch them.
Yeah.
That's too much of my time to go back and tell everybody what we're doing. But because of how much rain we got this year and everything, and then seeing the progress that's already been made on here, I'm not regretting this build at all. Like, not even 1%. I think we made the absolute best decision. And then the fact that it is moving along and stuff, it's going to be crazy. This will be the first time Danielle and I have lived on our property 100% full-time. Mm-hmm. Not saying we didn't ever live full-time on the properties, but
I would just be going back and forth for work.
Correct. And you're not going to have that anymore once we're here full-time and we officially sell the house. Yeah. It'll be, for the first time ever in the history of us being together, we will be 100% together on our property. Yeah. And that's another massive reason why we just think we made the best decision building this. It's gonna change our lives forever.
It's just the back and forth. Like, it is nice, obviously, having the house there.
Especially work for you.
When we don't have a house done here. Again, we do have the camper. But as you guys know, that is very different. And then some people were commenting too, asking like, well, what am I going to do for work going back and forth? I'd be doing that. But that's the beautiful thing about working at a hospital. It's very long shifts, but you only work, I'll be working 2 days a week. And if I do end up being full-time ever again, that's 3 days a week. So
Yeah.
that's not bad traveling only a couple days out of the week.
Yeah.
I'll do that all day or, yeah.
Yeah, and I told Danielle too, I said, worst case, if she ever gets off work and she's so tired or has to stay late or whatever, can get a hotel room there, you know, whatever the case may be, it's cheaper to get a hotel room, if need be, than paying a mortgage for her to stay there whenever for the work.
There's always sleep rooms at the hospital, too.
Yeah, so there's options if worst case scenario, she's too tired after work. You know, say you couldn't sleep good because of the baby, and then you had to go to work and you're too tired. I could always drive and pick you up. We can get a hotel room. There's different options. So it's not, and then plus you have people that you work with that come from different states work there.
That's what I was about to say. But people do this all the time. People that work there, they live all over, and they travel and commute for it. So it's not like out of the norm for nurses to be living an hour plus away from their place of work. It's just...
And don't you work with the girl that lives in Bristow?
Yeah, there's a couple people that work at the hospital that live in Bristow.
Yeah, so it's very manageable. It's not fun, but it's the same thing.
It's so different though that it just would be very different if it was every day.
Yeah.
Versus you just do it a couple times a week.
And then also to put it in perspective, every day that we go get materials is driving an hour, which is what she'd be driving for work. Not that it's fun, not that it's great, but it is doable. Mm-hmm. So it's, hopefully that'll kind of make sense. And then I think once we're living here and we're doing it and you guys can see it more and see that it's not affecting us in that way, I think it'll make a lot more sense. One of the weirdest things, I think, clearly the baby I'm most excited about, but I think one of the main things I'm very much excited about, more excited than I thought I would be, I guess, is when we're out here and we're in this house, just to wake up and do coffee with Crockers in the house.
Yeah.
Like, for whatever reason, I don't like doing coffee to Crockers in the camper. I don't like it. I don't know why. And y'all don't like it either because views were always way down. We could step outside and do it and it'd be fine, but if we were in the camper, it didn't do as well. And I didn't...
Vibes just aren't right.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it all that much, but I feel like I'm going to fully enjoy it in the house. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because I always know that the camper is just like a temporary solution, but this is like our house. Or maybe because we actually have a little more room to walk around in this house. I don't know.
I don't know. It just probably be the camper too. It's like the table was our office.
I guess that's a big reason. You have to move all the stuff off. And...
I mean, it's just, and then, I think the clutter of it, and that's our breakfast.
That camper is meant for camping. It is not meant for living in.
Yeah.
And how long have we had that camper now? 2 years?
3 years?
3 years, dang.
Something like that.
It served its purpose, but we're tired of it.
Yeah.
We are very much tired of it. It has done what we need. It will then be our extra storage for like winter clothes during the summer clothes for winter. And then we'll keep it set up so when people come out, they can stay in it, or depending on who's here, we can stay in it so then those people can have this house, depending on how everything's going at the time. Or it even could be set up just for me to edit in, and I only edit in there, and you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be.
Well, that's also another bonus of like how we designed this house is we wouldn't really necessarily have to stay in the camper if somebody was here.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We'll be able to sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to have a good sized couch where...
I already like sleeping on that couch when I sleep on that couch.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Jason prefers the couch over...
I sleep way better. If I'm at the house in town, I sleep way better on the couch than I do the bed. I don't know. The bed's great. Don't get me wrong. It's soft. But I don't know what it is. I just sleep better on the couch.
So, that's, again, another great thing about this.
Yeah. And then also, we spent a lot of time really trying to figure out the layout of this and trying to take into consideration. I didn't really say it a whole lot, I guess, whenever I was drawing it out, but consideration of where you have the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom. Even though it's tiny, if for some reason the baby, say we had the pack and play in the living room, I can go to the bedroom. The living room's on this side, bedroom's on that side. I tried to split up as much as possible. So if I'm editing or watching TV, you can get the baby far enough away, hopefully, and then still have a door between, and we'll have a bathroom between the bedroom and living room.
We're also going to try, though, where it's like you bring baby home and there's a lot of noise in the house in general.
Yeah.
So they're used to that.
Yeah. It's like dogs around our equipment.
Yeah. Except for Lucy's.
Lucy's we got her scared.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't create her being scared. Yeah, we got her and she was already scared of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of planning has truly gone into this, and even as I'm building it, I'm thinking where the walls are going, everything, like how we're going to do our insulation, where's the mini split going to go, just anything and everything that you could potentially think of. I've really tried to take it into consideration, even where the door opens up, where just all of it. And again, we're not going to talk too much on this. People already asked, and we've already kind of talked about it, but we need an extra door in the back. We need windows in the back for escape, in case there's a fire or whatever. There's going to be a window in every room so you can get out, and technically that's an emergency exit. And then with the door, it's very close to the bedroom, and then it's in the middle of the house, so if you're in the kitchen or the living room, you can get out. I think no matter where, if there's a fire in the house, we can get out. And also, on that, it's how do you arrange the living room to where your TV is not in front of the window? How do you do it like this? We're trying to also... We're going to have to move, so we're trying not to buy more furniture because we want to keep the furniture we have. So we designed this to fit furniture that fits in a full-size house.
Yeah.
And it's going to... We literally designed this to fit the furniture that we have that is big.
Yeah.
And so, whether we end up taking the furniture and putting it in the big house or leave it in here, it's going to work out. We'll actually have more room if we take the furniture and put it in the big house and then buy new furniture. We'll have even more room. But there's just a lot has gone into this. And I know we don't show a lot of things, and we kept y'all in the dark for a long time. It's like I said earlier, you don't really want to tell people your goals until you start doing them, because if you don't happen to do it or you change plans, people talk trash. We know all about that. We've tried to avoid that, but we planned until the day we told y'all we were doing this. And even throughout building it, again, I'm trying to tweak little things that maybe looked good on paper, but in person I think, needs to be here or there. And I don't know. I just think some people think we just throw stuff at a wall and see if it'll stick. But a lot of thought goes into this, and a lot more now, not that we never did, but a lot more now that a baby's involved. Even down to like different types of like savings accounts to have, so our kid could, have the best future possible or whatever. I mean, my brain is on a whole different level now that there's a kid.
Yeah, which is, kind of what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to grow up a little bit.
Or not even grow up, just more
responsible.
Yeah, but your priorities are different.
Yeah.
Because we've always, like you were taught and I was taught growing up, you always have multiple months of income saved up to cover if you lose your job or whatever, like, try to have a savings account, try to do certain things. But now I'm like, okay, how do we start a savings account for our kid when our kid turns 18, that there's money already invested somehow for them, stuff like that.
Only if they're good kids.
Yeah, they don't get it just to get it. They got to earn it. That's a whole nother thing. It's like, I want to make sure we teach our kid that what a dollar means. It's not just like, you get what you want.
You got to work for it.
Yeah, even down to like how I want to try to word how we do certain things. Like, I don't want to do chores because I hated chores growing up, and it instilled the work ethic in us. Your dad was real big on landscaping and doing stuff outside and stuff like that. And it's like, I want to maybe change the word chore into, this is just what we do, but when you do it, you get something out of it, and whatever that is.
I literally saw a post this morning from Dave Ramsey. It was like things to teach your children about money, and then it was like work. Basically, it's like money and work have a relationship, a strong emotional connection from the get-go.
Yeah.
And it's like, even like, don't call it chores. Like, you don't just get an allowance or whatever. It's what do you say? Yeah, you work on commission. Basically,
if you ain't working, you ain't getting
you ain't getting your allowance or whatever it is. And so I don't know, stuff like that. Which we've always agreed on, and
we were both raised like that, where you had to work to get stuff, and we were very much both raised. I think this is why we started to feel the way we did about having kids, was we were raised very different. Everybody's raised different, but we were raised very much alike at the same time. There's the values behind what was taught to us and certain things, and it was very much so of, you're going to work for what you want. You're not going to you're not going to be a spoiled child. You're going to work for what you want. And that's something that when we started talking about it, I was like, that's good, because I would never want to raise a spoiled child or let them treat us a certain way. Well,
it's just, honestly, you want to give your kid anything. They want to be happy and stuff like that too, but at the end of the day,
you want to, but you can't.
But it just messes them up for their future and everything. So
and like, it's stuff like that we talked about early on. Another thing too, we've talked about this from the get-go of a relationship, finances. I watch the financial audit channel all the time, and these people go into marriages not even know how much debt the other person's in or whatever. And I don't think we ever had that real conversation of, okay, let's break this down. We've already had conversations about finances when we first started dating, and we did certain things. Or it's like, okay,
technically I was the only one with debt. It was just the house.
I didn't. My car was paid off. The land I was on was paid off. Like, everything. I didn't have debt, and we kind of knew that from early on. It's like, good. That's a good quality to have. Like, I do think there's good debt and bad debt. A house is good debt because it's an asset. It's bad debt if you just had a credit card and had $50,000 worth of stuff on there for no reason. So that just lets us know we're on the same page about finances, which means, like, I want to teach our kid that. And I've thought about this forever. If I ever had a kid, I want it from the day they're born. I want to put so much money in an account so when they're 18, if they're a good kid and they get good grades and they work hard and it helps you everything, then they're going to have a vehicle. And it's not there just because if our kid ends up being a little turd, well, guess what? Mom and Dad are going on a nice vacation. Woo! We going to Bora Bora, and you ain't going. So, I want to be able to have our kids set up, and we were both fortunate enough that, with schooling, we were both able to go to college because our parents saved money for us. And, not everyone gets that, and we're very much aware of that.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that your parents do or don't do, depending on how life went for you, that you want to either do or don't want to do for your child. And we've, even down to this house, to bring it all back in, of why I kind of started thinking about this house isn't just for us to get out here quick, it's also an investment, because as our kid gets older, if the kid is good, we're not going to just be like, hey, you're 18, get the heck off our property, go live on your own. Now, if they want to, sure, I want them to live the best life. But, hey, if you're a good kid and you want to go to school, or not even go to school, if you just want to, like, save money and you're going after a dream or whatever it is, you're more than welcome to stay here. This will be your little apartment house on the property. I still think you need to pay rent, whatever that may be. You got to earn stuff. But this will be here, so this is an investment for our future, for our family. And worst case scenario, down the road, we're like, we don't want this here. The way it's built, it could be moved off. And that's an investment. It could be sold. It's an asset to have.
But will always be good to have a guest house.
Yeah, well, so, I'm not saying we want to sell it.
Yeah.
We're not building it to sell, but if something ever happens down the road where we're like, you know what, this just doesn't work for us, we can sell it. Mm-hmm. It's an asset. So there is a lot more into why we do certain things than just to like, oh, I'm tired of building that house, let's build a tiny house, you know. This baby really has put a lot of different thoughts in our heads of how we want to live life and how we should live life and stuff. And it's been nothing but bettering us. And it also motivates us in a whole different way. We weren't necessarily in the biggest rush to build the house. Not that we try to go slow, but there was no hard deadline. But having the baby on the way, we do have a more real deadline with this house to get it done, to be out here. And that's just a bigger push and everything. And I'm just glad that we're on the same page about 99% of the things that we do. And that kind of helps makes things easier in the grand scheme of, okay, we both know investing this much money, this much time into this house, getting this done for our kid, doing this and that. It makes life a lot easier when you're on the same page. So, I don't know. I feel like that answers a bunch of questions and a little bit more of a deep dive into our brains and why we do things and maybe where we're at in our life. We haven't really gone into too much depth on a lot of things for a long time on this channel, and I feel like now is a great time to do it before we get crazy into having the baby and full-blown into just changing diapers and feeding.
Yeah.
So,
but we do need to start working before it gets too hot.
Yeah.
So
that was a nice little break. We literally just got back from Lowe's, which shout out to our Lowe's people. We just saved a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like $200-300 worth of money because of how they help us out, and we're my Lowe's Pro rewards. And then also because we spend so much money, we're going to be able to eat out for free for a while because we get gift cards through that.
Yeah.
So little things like that, the little bit of savings and a little bit of rewards goes a long way for us.
Yeah.
Being able to eat out, and it feels like a treat.
We're very, reward driven. Or we need just that every now and then.
If y'all don't know that by us wanting to go camping or ride four-wheelers or whatever, we very much are, we like to have little rewards. It helps us work harder. But, hopefully the next Crocker video you guys will see, this will all be closed in. If not, it'll be close. And then, maybe we'll start going live coming up again. I'm not going to tell you all a certain day or that we certainly will, but we haven't gone live in a long time, and maybe we will if you guys missed that. So comment down below if you'd like us to go live, and we've got a lot going on, and then potentially a Crocker Life video will come out today or tomorrow. And if y'all thought it was dangerous, me getting on a ladder, wait till you see what Danielle bought. It's work, but fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Much needed, too.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you on the other videos.